Hey guys, okay, so now we're going to do the bearings for the swing arm. I wasn't planning on doing this, but quite a few people have said while you've done all that other stuff, you might as well as do those, and I just didn't give them a bloody thought, so I thought, bugger it, let's give it a bloody go. So what I've done is I've already taken off just my side frame protectors. So they've been taken off. But now all I've got to do is pop off these rubber things, so we'll get straight into it. Alright, side one. Let's pop that off, so there you go. Just a little rubber bloody cap thing. And there's the big bolt that I've got to get off without stuffing it. And we'll just duck around to the other side and do the other side. That looks pretty good in there. Alright, now on to the other side. Is that off? Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, it looks like water. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that in there. There's water obviously been trapped in there. So that rubber seal mustn't have sealed properly. And yeah, water being in there I wouldn't think is a bloody good thing. So I might have to make sure I put maybe grease around this cap just to seal it better. Anyway, cool. Let's get these bolts off. Actually, before I get on to doing that, I'll just show you those nuts on there are 22mm. I've managed to get a 6-point socket. I never really kind of like understood the whole 6-point and 12-point, but I'll show you. That's a 6-point, so you can see how, for those that don't know, most of all of you guys do know it. That's that one. And if you look at that, that's a 12-point. See how there's a lot more of those ridges on there? So apparently, and I don't know this, but it seems to be the general consensus that the 12-point, if you've got a strip bolt, that's more than likely going to strip even more, whereas the 6-point will grab hold of it better. I was actually having a look out in the hardware places, and that's the most prominent socket that they have. And all the ring spanners and all that, they're all the 12-point. I don't know what the deal is, but that's that's what it is. So we've got that. Now also everybody was saying about breaker bars and whatever, which I presume is you can get special breaker bars, or to get leverage is I'll put a pipe over it, and I've actually got that jack that I use to the hydraulic jack thing. It's got a handle, and I've actually pulled that out because this is sitting here and it's just in the way, so I've pulled it out. But that's going to work as a leverage. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, whack that on there, and we're going to go anti-clockwise, which is going to be down. I'm going to try this without the bar just to see whether I can do it. Jesus, that is on bloody on tight. It always amazes me sometimes when these bolts are so tight. Alright, let's try the old leverage. See if that gives us anything. Oh, it's so scary. Might have busted. Oh, here we go. This isn't a very good quality one, but the handle, I could fit something over it. Shit, I might have busted it. Oh. Yeah, I reckon I've busted that, you know. Alright, hang on. I have this one. That's a real solid piece, but I couldn't get a pipe to go over that handle. Wow. I don't want to bloody hammer it like I was doing last time, but let's see what we can do. Oh, well, there you go. The leg muscle is stronger than the arm muscle. Oh, beautiful. Cool. All right, we'll go and crack the other side. Oh, well, the other sides are different. Okay. Like you can tell, I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, that's a smaller diameter. I've got to find a bolt for that. All right, so I've got a that's a 17 mil nut. Oh no. Oh, I don't know why bloody hell you guys watch me. I'm an absolute idiot. So obviously that's the bolt. That's the bolt head, and on the other side is the nut. So I only have to take the nut off. Why the hell did I have to do that? All right, back over there. All right, let's get this nut off. Now I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm presuming once I get the bolt out, the swing arm's just going to want to fall. So I've just got to be careful. Well, there you go. One bolt off, or nut. So I've got to be able to push that through. And I've seen that I've got to be careful that this doesn't drop down or whatever and bust any bits and pieces. Alright, let's see if we can get that out. Alright, so I don't know whether this is actually threaded in through here, so I'm just going to gently just see if I can tap it, or whether I have to actually get on the other side and unscrew it. No, that's it. Beautiful. Ah, cool. Well, that's going to come out real easy. Excellent. Alright guys, so we're back on the other side now, and I'm just going to make sure, so the gotcha strap's got that part. Like it's coming out nice and easy. Oh, look at that. One big ass bolt. And look at that, it's, oh yeah, water. So hopefully that water hasn't got all the way in, it's just as I've brought it out, the water's just jumped on it. So on this side there is no washer. Bloody shit water. I'll just try and get some of this water out before it gets in anyway. Alright, so I presume this whole thing just should move off somehow. Oh yeah, there you go, it's just starting to wriggle. Oh. Alright, I might take this gotcha strap off. Oh, where is it? There it is. Oh, and I've got the brake line as well. I've got a... Oh, well, we'll just do this first, see what happens. Oh, there you go. So, yeah, it's just basically... Just let that go down a little bit further. There we go. Alright, so... These things are popping off. I'm going to bring you around here. Alright, so as this is coming out, there's that thing there has come off. So this is again for me, Mark. Those things go on there, on the inside. There's two of those, one on either side. Oh, so there's kind of like loose washers in there as well. Cool, but we'll have a look at them once we start cleaning up. Alright, so on this side I've got that washer there. It's got to come out of there. Cool bananas. And I'm obviously going to have to slide this off just so I can get it out of the way and remove it so that that's free of that. And then the chain, I've got to work out, I presume I'm going to have to take off that chain guard at the bottom. Alright, we'll get into it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to try and do is just remove, the brake caliper and that line that goes up through and up into there. So basically there's take it off there, and then I think I just slide that off. Alright, so that comes out of there, that comes out of there, and I should, hopefully, how does it slide? Oh, okay, it goes that way. Oh, well that was bloody easy. Well, that's a really good setup. So it's just got a slider thing that just has a spot on the swing arm that it just slides onto, and obviously when you do up the back wheel that holds it all in place. Alright, cool, so that can sit over there. So that gets that off. It's just this chain that is in my way at the moment. So if that runs through that, obviously this, hang on, let's bring you down. Obviously this plastic thing here must, when you undo it, it must separate. So, oh yeah, there's some screws at the bottom there. Alright, I'll see if I can get this off and then I'll come back to you guys so I don't muck you, stuff yous around. Alright. Yeah, so I reckon I've busted that other socket. Just can't seem to get it to work now. Nae's had a look at it and a bash with it, but she reckons she should be able to fix it. How's that? The bloody woman reckons she can fix it. Oh, geez, they're long bloody bolts. Aha, I see what's happening now. Cool. Now that bottom piece comes out, which means I can now, oh shit, careful Mark, careful. Oh. Should be able to put that over there. Hang on, I'll bring you guys back out so you can see what the hell's going on. Oh. Alright, so that out there. This here, oh look at that, one swing arm, free and ready to be worked on. Cool. Look what you guys have made me do. I've broken my bike. Look, poor Max is getting more broken by the bloody minute. Crazy. Alright, so up over here, I've now cleaned up this swing arm. So it's ready to be done. So down here, thinking now when I was doing those linkages, obviously I could have done these while this thing was off, but anyway, so that's done. So we're up to doing this, but I will just quickly clean up all those. So I'm going to come back to you in a minute. They're all going to be clean. Alright guys, bolt, washers, nuts, dust caps, bloody chain, Duvalaki thing, everything's been cleaned up. So that's all done. Now I'll set up the tripod and we'll start pulling these things out. Alright guys, let's see if we can get this bloody sleeve thing out. Oh, nice and neat. Oh, look at that. There's one. Obviously the other side should just pop out as well. It's got grease on there. I think once they clean up they'll look pretty good. You can see just slight little, the roller wear points. But yeah, nothing. I would say that's good nick in my limited knowledge. Alright, see if we can have a look inside. Oh, get this around. Alright, righty, there we go. Come over. So by the look of that, I'll obviously look not through this bloody screen like I'm doing at the moment. Well, that looks pretty good. And yeah, there's plenty of grease. Well, not plenty, but there's grease in there at least anyway. It's not dry. Oh, look at that. What's that? That was a bit of gunk. Yeah. Alright, we'll give that a clean up. Alright, same as before, just spray this shit on it. I know I should be wearing gloves, but I just find it easier not having gloves on. The insides of these bolts look pretty good. And that bolt was really good too. I didn't have to do anything to that bolt except just rub a bit of Kero on it and some of that stuff as well. I'm just looking again, just now that I've cleaned it. It feels smooth, but it does feel like there's ridges in there, but I can't see. It looks like a seam line down there. I'll see if I can get you guys to see it. So I think, yeah, you can see like there's a ridge line. Yeah. Yeah, I hope that's picking it up. So I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or whether that's where, but I mean that's where the bolt goes through. I might just run a bit of sandpaper through and just see if that does anything, but I don't think so. No, still feels the same, so just got to run with it. Yeah, and the other one's exactly the same. So I'm going to go with that's fairly normal, but like, I don't know. Actually, just before I start cleaning, I'll just have another look at these. Now these look like they're the good needle bearings where they're kind of like in a housing, they're not just loose in there. So I should be able to clean them up without too much of a worry of knocking them out. Oh, so there's a spacer in the middle of it as well. So in there's another one of these in there, which obviously doesn't come out unless you take the bearing houses out, which we're not going to do because they look all pretty good. Alright, so I'll just have a quick look. Everything looks pretty bloody good. I'll see if I can run a rag through that. Alright, well I couldn't get the rag through it, so I'm going to try and use a screwdriver to get it through, but I've got to be really careful that I cover this up so that I don't scratch like the inside of it. Yeah, it just doesn't want to go through. Oh, I can see actually that that's cleaning it up. It is a bit gunky on the inside in there. Alright, I'll continue. See, oh, there we go, we've got it. Cool. This is what I did last time of putting this chucks, or what we call it chucks, a dishcloth, through that one underneath there, and that's when the bloody that O-ringy thingy came out. So got to be try and be a bit careful. Oh, come on. So all I'm doing is trying to clean that place in there. Trying to get that as good a clean up as I can. Oh, look at that, beautiful. See if you guys can pick that up. Oh, where am I turning? There you go. So you can see in the middle part, it's all nice and shiny now. Before, it was a little bit gunked up. So I'm just, while I'm doing this, I'm thinking, obviously because that centerpiece is loose in there, I'm always scared that I've put solvent in there. I mean, it's supposed to evaporate away, but I don't want anything left in there, so I've got to make sure I put plenty of grease in there so it gets in behind that spacer as well. Alright guys, so I've cleaned that out as much as I think's a good amount of cleaning. So now it's ready to pack it with grease, but before I do that, I'm just going to get this so I can put it away. Down on the bike where I pulled that swing arm out, just on the frame, I'm just going to give that a bit of a clean up. There's no bearings or anything like there, but I'll just clean it up and ready for when I go to put that back in. Alright, so I'll take you down there. So basically what I'm going to clean is that stuff in there, and then on the inside, oh jeez, I'll clean that there, and the same with, exactly the same, oh there we are, on the other side. Just make it all nice and clean. Alright, all cleaned up. It's most probably overkill, you know, summer doing this cleaning and the amount of cleaning I do on it, but the other thing is that when you're out there and you're riding along and then you start hearing or smelling or feeling something, you're going, oh, that doesn't seem right. And then when you go, shit, you know, I've changed those, I re-greased those things, did I do them properly, or, you know, stuff like that. So at least I have the sound of mind that I think I've pretty much done a good job, but then I'll still think the same fucking thing while I'm out there. Alright. There you go. Nice and clean. That is on the inside there. Beautiful. Alright, let's get packing some grease in. Alright. Get this bloody grease in there. So, like I said, I'm going to put heaps in there. Make sure that this grease gets in everywhere, in between the rollers, in the empty void areas, and then hopefully in behind the that big spacer in there. And obviously, you know, when grease heats up, it thins out. It doesn't stay like this. It would get quite liquidy, so it will, I think, run out or into all the little voided areas. And then as it cools down, it thickens back up again, I think. I know with that's why you have oils with different viscosities, like your like a what is it? No, say 10W40. Basically, when the oil's cold, it's quite thick. And then as it heats up, it starts to thin out, but they put these bloody, I don't know, molecules or whatever in there that tries, when it heats up, it tries to keep it as thick as possible. But you don't want it too thick, so that when it's cold it's really gluggy, because that's no good for your engine. Again, it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, I don't. Feels like I'm putting heaps in there. Oh dear. What I might do is, now which way does that? That's got to go that way, isn't it? Yep. Make sure it's getting in everywhere. Alright guys, I reckon I've got it pretty well greased up. Seems to be heaps of grease in there. Way more than what was in there to start with. And that's got to be a good thing. Oh. So now I'll just put these sleeves in. Oh look, I'll just rub these with a bit of bloody grease. Won't hurt. Now I don't know whether, I don't think it matters which way they go in. They look pretty standard, like either in or out. That's as far as it goes in. Beauty. You know I just love getting grease all over me. Grease is cheap. Put that one in there. Pop. Beautiful. Clean myself up. Alright, so these caps now have to go on there, doesn't it, Mark? Yes, it does, because it goes on the inside. So what I'm going to do is put a bit of grease in there. There was a little bit in there, but it wasn't much. It wasn't a lot of grease when I pulled these off. I'll just put a bit extra. Oh, I was going to say, what the hell? Huh. Oh, that's come out of there. Right, okay. Cool, so there was a washer. Oh, I have to clean this washer now that I've pulled that out. Bugger it. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. On this little dust cappy thing, if you move, there's actually another washer on the inside of that. So it wouldn't hurt to pull them out. Give them a clean up. See, I don't have to clean that because that's all clean. Same as on. Yeah, see, they're pretty good anyway. I think I'm just being silly. I'll just give them a wipe up. Yeah, there's no gunk on them. Smear a bit of grease all over it. Don't know if you have to, but I'm going to do it anyway. Whack that in there. Same here. Whack a bit of grease. Done. And then on the, just on the outside here, I'm just going to throw a bit more grease on there. I don't want it on that outer lip as much. Just do the same on the other side. Alright, now these can go on. I'll just wipe that other side off. Whack that one on there. Another one on the other side. If you can hear that dog, it's the next door neighbour's dog. It has a, it loves to whinge. Alright, so I reckon that's on. I'm just going to take it back off. Make sure everything's in. And pop. Cool, everything's nice and flat. Clean it up a little. Cool, so that's done. Give you another look. So that's the done deal. Alright guys, so I'm getting ready to put this swing arm back in. I'm just going to put a bit of grease on around here. I don't know if you're supposed to or not, but I'm just going to put a little bit of grease there so it slides into the frame, and it might act as a bit of a protection as well. I don't know, like I said, I'm just doing it because I reckon might be a good thing. Alright, so I've got to get the brake attached on, and where's a rag? Oh. And also the chain to go through the swing arm. Which is the shit with this kind of setup, is that you can't just take the chain off. To get the chain off the bike, you actually have to take the swing arm off, apart from breaking obviously a link. Alright, let's see if I can get this done. Can you see what I'm doing? Alright, so that brake line, up here. So that, actually, you can't see that. I want you guys to see this actually, because it's pretty cool. Well, I think it's cool. Alright, so basically this brake thing has to come to the back there, and then with a bit of a wiggle and hold it the right way, it slides on like that. How's that? That's bloody genius. Obviously these just clip straight over. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I just see something popped off. Oh, of course. Oh, that just popped off the end. Ah, damn it, I reckon it's... Yeah, look, it's gone into dust, so now I've got to clean that up and re-grease it. Bloody hell. I'll just leave that there for the minute. Pop this one on. Oh, there you go, so that's on there. Now this chain, you guys really do get in my way, I swear. I'll move you out a bit, there you go. Oh, look at that, that's much better. Alright, so this chain has to come... Oh, where is it? Now you know I'm getting a new chain and sprocket, but I'm just going to most probably do that a little bit later. After putting the suspension and all that, I'll most probably do that later. So this has to go... Alright, hang on, I might need to move his out. Alright, can you see? Get that out of the way. So basically that has to go through there. So I've got to move this up to go over that. Come on, Mark, what are you doing? Maybe I should have done that. I should most probably get that bolt in first, maybe. That might make it easier. Alright, cool. I'm going to clean up that cap that came off, re-grease it, put that on, I'll get that bolt in, and then I'll be able to put this over a lot easier than what it's looking like at the minute. Alright, put this cap back on. So I've got to get that in, and then I've got to get the bolt through, so I've got to get that bolt ready. Oh, it's all nicely greased up. So, I wonder if I can sit that like that without wrecking that stuffing that thread. Bugger it. Sit that there. Okay, so don't worry about the chain, Mark. Just get this in without losing those caps. Bloody hell. Alright, this time it was easy coming out. Hard going back in. Oh, I'm losing that cap on the other side. Most probably would help if you have a friend. Oh. Why doesn't that want to go in? What am I doing wrong? I'm going to strap this chain out of the way. Stay. Alright. Bloody got you strapped to the bloody rescue. You need to stay up there, out of the bloody way. Alright, I'll have another shot at this. Are you recording? Yes. So is that, that might be making it a little bit hard. The brake line was kinking up a bit. Maybe greasing them wasn't the friggin' way to go. The other side seems to go really good. Oh, you're coming off again, aren't you? Oh, you mongrel! Friggin' hell. Got to clean it and re-grease it. Bloody hell. Spent 5 minutes trying to find this stupid thing. So now I've got to bloody clean this one as well. Friggin' hell. Alright guys, I've cleaned and re-greased these. I haven't put grease on the outer side now. I'm leaving that, and I actually wiped the grease off the inside that I put. So it might help. Not bloody jumping around so much. Alright, here we go again. Oh. Sorry, please. There's like, there. Oh, come on. Oh, stop twisting. That's an inch off. I can't work out what I'm doing. So that's a leg off your It must be just the angle. I'm doing it at the wrong angle. I'm going to have to get Nay to give me a hand, I think. But hang on a minute. Alright guys, I've got Nay to give me a bit of a hand here. I don't know if I'm going to get in your way, but it's just... See, that side's alright. I can't get... Are you straight, Nay?
Yep.
It looks like you're going off to the side.
Yeah. I can't see past your hand, so... Yeah, and I think that's straight there.
Yeah, this whole thing, so that it's not going out the side like that, it's got to be dead straight with the bike. The other side's going in really good, but I just can't get this. Can you move this one around that way to maybe... Oh, hang on, come back. Now lever it again. Alright guys, we just went in and had tea. I've come back out. I'm having another shot, and I've just got it so that I reckon I can get it in. I just wanted to get this bloody camera going again, just so you can see what I was doing. It really is a pain in the ass to get it back in. You just got to get it lined up and get a little bit on, and then you can't seem to get enough pressure to push it in. There's little lips on the inside, and they, if you don't have it straight on, want to knock those caps off. So I reckon I've got it now, and I'm just doing the tapping. And that seems to be going on now, so I reckon I'm at a point where I'm not going to lose those caps now. Let's see where we're up to. Oh, we're getting close. Oh, and it's going on straight too. I wonder if I hit there. Oh, I better do it back here. Oh, nearly there. I'll show you. So there, you can see that it's nearly lined up. So I'm going to have to come or lift that part there up, which will then make that part come down. I'll just have a look at the other side as well. So there it is on the other side. It's pretty much the same. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Let's see if I can move this without. This is just got to come down. Oh, look at that. Looking good, looking good. Hope my head's not in your way. Oh, I reckon I might be able to get the bolt in that. We've got plenty of grease, haven't we? I'll just smudgy that all the way around. Lovely grease. I'll just check the other side. This side needs to go up a bit, I think. Oh, there and that there. And hopefully this bolt will go through. Alright, let's have a look on the other side. There you go, the bolt has come through the other side. It's brought some grease out with it. So now I'll be able to put the washer and the nut on there, and hopefully that'll be nearly a job done. So that's that washer and that nut. Alright guys, the swing arm pivots. So I haven't totally stuffed it yet. I'm going to leave all that grease on there. Just put that in there. Screw that on there. Wipe some of that off. Get this onto it. And obviously as I'm turning this on, it's going to pull that bolt through from the other side. Or pull the bolt through, that's it. I'm saying the right thing. I'm just going to feel the other side to see if that's... so that other side is now spinning. So I have to have another socket on the other side to stop that. Oh, isn't that funny? But it didn't spin the other time when I was taking it off. Oh well. Okay. Alright, just so you can see that other side spinning. I'm trying to do this up, but I'm never going to get it done up doing it like that. Alright guys, I'm going to try and do something without going an annoying bloody Nay to help me again. I'm sure she loves bloody doing it. So we're going to tighten it up so that's got to go that way. So if I use this gotcha strap on here, lock that there, hopefully that'll tighten. Stop it. Cool. Well, that worked a bloody treat. Cool. Alright, I'm going to give it a bit more of a tighten. I'm going to hold my finger on that to make sure as I tighten, but I reckon now this bolt shouldn't move. Yeah, not moving. Cool. Alright guys, so how tight to do this? I'm pretty sure you just do it as tight as you can do it. I'm not going to worry about anti-seize grease on that thing. I think that grease in there is just going to be enough. Oh, I reckon that's pretty bloody good. That's tight. Alright, so now all I've got to do is get those dust caps on, and that's it. That should be a bloody done deal. Oh no, I've got to put the chain and all that shit back on. Or just the chain anyway. Alright, so if you remember, this side had the water sitting in there. So basically I'm just going to grab some grease. So apparently I'm obsessed with grease now. And I'm just going to lay it in that thread bit. I think that should be alright to do that. It's not going to attract dust or anything in there, hopefully. Because once I put it in there, I'll just clean it off so that there's no grease on the outside. And hopefully that should hold the water out. Alright, like that on there. Just give that a nice clean up. That should be done. I'll just do the other side and then I'll get onto this chain. I just thought I should mention, obviously putting grease on that may make that easy to pop off. I don't have to worry about that because I have the shield that goes over there, so that can't pop off for me. If you don't have a shield, that may not be a good thing to do, I don't know, but it should just help keep that bloody water out. The water, I mean, it was only sitting in that bit there, it didn't actually get into the bearings or that bolt area. So, but anyway, there you go. Alright, let's get this chain on. Alright, so, get that bloody gotcha strap off and out of the way. So this chain should run obviously through there. That's going to run through there. And get our little duvallaki that I pulled off. So it obviously goes a particular way. Which way does it go? Shit, I don't know. Because it is a little bit different in shape. So whether it goes that way or whether it goes that way. I'll just see if I can figure it out, otherwise I'll have to go back to the video and have a look, but we'll see. There's those there. So that doesn't look like it matches. If I turn it the other way. Oh, come on. Right, might help if I do that. Can you guys still see that? I'll lower you down. You ready? Here we go. Lowering. Oh, lowering. Oh, you stupid thing. There you go. Alright, you should be able to see that. So now, if I do it that way. Yeah, okay, cool. So I can tell that that's the right way to go. It matches. Oh, it matches. That in there, that one in there. I still got that right, haven't I? It's going to come through there. Just double check that I got it right. Yep, beautiful. So I just got to screw that in. And there we have it. That is in. The brake housing thing, duvallaki, caliper, whatever you want to call it, it's on. That line is running the way that it was running. Everything's in and done and up. Beautiful. Oh, well, there you go, guys. That is a done deal. That all feels good. It all bloody rotates. There's no wiggle or anything or any funny clunkies in it. So hopefully that'll be a really good job done. It's amazing. You know, a few years ago, I wouldn't have thought I would have been doing anything like this. I have the capabilities of doing it. You know, obviously having the right tools makes things a lot easier. Being able to watch other YouTube videos where people have done the same thing, and you know, and that does. I mean, like a lot of people say to me, you know, oh, you give us bloody inspiration to do it or confidence. You know, and even me being on the other side of it, doing these videos, knowing that you guys are watching and giving me tips and all that kind of stuff, that gives me a bit of a confidence or a bit of a, you know, get in there, Mark, and give it a go. You guys are like bloody watching it and stuff like that. So it all works around. Anyway, so this poor old little bloody thing didn't seem to last very well. It's a bit buggered. Nay said she's going to have a try and fix it. She reckons the clip's popped out of it. She can be pretty bloody clever sometimes, I can tell you. Normally I'd just throw it out, but she gets clever, and sometimes she fixes stuff and I was like, no, really, you fixed that? I can't believe it. Alright guys, I'm sure you guys are going, now you've got to do this or whatever. And one thing, greasing the steering bearings, someone else has already actually mentioned that. I won't do that now until I get all this other stuff in, because when I'm doing the front forks, I'll obviously be pulling stuff off to get to that, and that's when I'll do that. I've got some other videos. I've told you about the fuel, the water. I've now got a super lightweight and compact little what do you call it, stove. I've actually got it on, no, not telling you that, which I've actually managed to buy this particular thing, but I've done some custom stuff to it just to make it work a little bit better. And when I do the video, I'll explain what that is. But anyway, I'll shut up now. Keep on riding.